ultimately got diagnosed with stage 4 thymus cancer, it was a different kind of staging. It wasn't throughout my body, but it typically with thymus cancers, which is a rare cancer, they stay in your thymus gland. But mine had migrated out onto my lung lining. And so they considered that a stage 4. So I had about more or less 20 little tiny metastases all around. All of them are gone. The big one in the center of my chest is gone. The one above my kidney and diaphragm are gone. Feeling much better. My name is Rachel, and I'm from Anchorage, Alaska. Diagnosed with thymoma, which is thymus cancer. So I didn't get far enough into talking to doctors back home because they have a pretty good knack at really scaring you. My son, my daughter, and I were all sick for a month. We couldn't kick it. And so I finally brought my son, who was the sickest, to the hospital. He ended up having pneumonia. They did a chest scan on him. And because my daughter and I were so sick also, they decided to scan us as well to see if we had pneumonia. And neither of us did, but I ended up having a very visible tumor in my chest. And prior to that, I didn't have any symptoms, no pain. The most I could say that I had was fatigue, but I was a single mom raising 2 little babies and running 2 businesses, so I thought, tired. You're supposed to be tired. So I didn't have any symptoms, but so I flew into the nearest town since I was living in a small town, and ultimately got diagnosed with stage 4 thymus cancer, which was a different kind of staging. It wasn't throughout my body, but it typically with thymus cancers, which is a rare cancer, they stay in your thymus gland. But mine had migrated out onto my lung lining, and so they considered that a stage 4. And so my husband and I flew to Mexico, did that for a few months. Didn't work for my body. And then I kind of got guilted into chemo and surgery. So I did 4 rounds of chemo, which was against my will and was horrible. And a very, very extensive, invasive chest and rib surgery to take all the cancer out. Felt horrid from the chemo, just residual stuff from chemotherapy. And the surgery was an ongoing journey of chronic pain, and I felt it was a matter of time before it came back because I just felt so awful, so awful the last couple of years. I did detox after detox, tried everything I could to bounce back, and it wasn't happening. And then finally, I was doing my yearly scan, and then it showed that the tumors came back, metastasized. I found Brio-Medical because my family, like I said, has a very natural-based background and lifestyle. That's just how my family is. And so they saw how brutal it was going through chemotherapy and getting sucked into that, just how awful it was. And so my sisters went online and researched and found out about this place. And my mom originally was not on board. She's more into, she had a sister who had breast cancer many years ago, and 17 years later, she's still alive. So she's on board with, chemo and that way of treating things. However, she looked at my sisters, sent her the website, she looked through it. She was surprisingly very on board with it as well, and my whole family kind of came together and made it possible for me to come here. And I was so in shock of the re-diagnosis that I didn't, do any research on where to go, but they pulled it all together for me. So, and I'm very grateful that I came here. It's been, so healing, so healing. I was here for 7 weeks, and the treatments I received were vitamin C, ALA, a bunch of different IV fluids that I got on a daily basis that I really loved. Mistletoe, which I really enjoy. The methylene blue, which I really enjoy. I really like that one because you feel instantly better. Energy-wise is my thing. I tired a lot, so that's very helpful. All of the machines, all of the equipment here is fantastic. The hyperbaric chamber is my favorite by far. As much energy or as much oxygen I can get, I love. The pulse bed, the prism, they're all really good. All really enjoyable. Hypothermia, that one, you go in it knowing that there's definitely progress being made for sure. So that's very empowering to go in there and feel that. It's not the easiest, but you know you can feel change happening, which is important. So I had about more or less 20 little tiny metastases all around. All of them are gone except for a couple enlarged lymph nodes in my lung and right above my diaphragm. So all of the big one in the center of my chest is gone. The one above my kidney and diaphragm are gone. The ones in my chest, the last scan, were present, but they were inactive, so dead. Probably gonna be gone soon. So just 2 lymph nodes, 2-ish lymph nodes. Wasn't specified, but yeah, it wasn't a lot. It was just 1 or more. So 2 different spots. Feeling much better. Brio's been an amazing experience. The staff is the best I've ever come across, ever. Everybody's so caring, so loving, so genuine, so attentive. Miraculously, they remember everybody's name from the get-go. They never call anybody by the wrong name or stumble over a name or ask you, what's your name again? You know, it's like a big family. And it's what I love most about it, what stands out to me, is that it's just such an uplifting and healing environment. The environment here. There's a lot of really sick people here. There's a lot of people that don't feel good, but it's so positive and it's so healing, just the staff and the rest of the patients here. It truly is like a very functional family. It's really wonderful. And that alone, just coming here every day, walking in the doors, is just like, it feels good. It just feels healing. Just the environment, the energy of people. And that's pretty priceless. It doesn't feel like a business. It feels like a healing circle, a healing family. Just, I don't know how else to put it. It's just nice. It's a good feeling. What I would say to anybody looking for other treatments, or if their doctors had turned them away, is that there is definitely always hope. The environment that you're in has a big part of that, has a big piece of healing. I've gone through the whole medical system with chemo, and that it didn't ever feel right or healing. And the environment here alone is very healing. There's always hope. There's so many different treatments at Brio that can hone in on exactly what you're going through. And something that I really like that Dr. Goodyear and Dr. Kim and Dr. Labont do here is that they really get specific on you specifically, your body specifically, what you're going through, what is happening in your body specifically, and trigger it from there. Thank you guys so much. You have all been so amazing, so amazing, and I'm gonna miss every one of you, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. You've all just been more helpful and more healing than you can ever imagine, and your hard work does not go unnoticed. It's very appreciated, and you guys are really on top of it and have made this so possible for everybody here. And I love you.